Good morning, Facebook. How you doing there today? Glad to see everybody jumping in on this, and hope you're ready to roll. We're gonna bring that down just a little bit. We actually have here on P Talks Jobs, we got a couple of new things to talk about here today, and we're gonna jump right into this. Of course, you know that P Talks Jobs is a syndicated podcast, reaches out to a little over 115,000. I think we're going to be breaking that soon. I like to wait till we've had some consistency, but I think we're going to be popping over 117 on a consistent basis really soon here. Would like to say to everybody here in the Human Resources Group, where we stream live on Facebook, thank you so much for making this a phenomenal freaking group. 17,000 of you now. 17,000 as of, I think, just this morning or maybe yesterday, late last night. But wow, what a group. What a group you are. Awesome. Awesome. And of course, P Talk Jobs, in addition to being a syndicated podcast over iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn, Listen Notes, Player FM, Spotify, Stitcher, etc., streams over 24/7 WPL and 21/6 the net. You can catch the P Talks Job Show every Wednesday at 9:45 there. So we're going to get rolling here. We've got, as a matter of fact, provided by Deke, and you can catch, of course, Deke and Skeet on What's in Your Loaf on 21/6 the net Thursdays at 3:30. But Deke says, hey, know a couple of people looking for, a couple of people. They're actually over in West Dundee, Illinois, so local, as a matter of fact. And that's LifeZone360.com. Go check them out. They're looking for quite a few folks. West Dundee, Illinois, LifeZone360.com. Click Join Our Team on their website to fill out their online application. They are looking for front desk, party hosts and coaches, janitorial, facility cleaning there, as well as maintenance, facility maintenance, electrical, plumbing, it's general building maintenance, internal, external. Forklift experience for that role is a big plus, but quite a few different roles there at LifeZone 360. You can even give them a call, 224-699-9535. That's 224-699-9535. Ask for Rebecca when you give them a call. Say you heard about them on the P Talks Job Show, and Deke was kind enough to mention them. So doing a special favor for Deke, because Deke's a cool dude, ain't he? So, of course he is. And many of you might have heard Deke's sitting over there. So, he gave me $5 to say that about him this morning too. So, hey, you do what you got to do, right, folks? So now, of course, we have another cool dude, Jeff Ferguson, recruiting and development specialist with Shelter Insurance. And you can go learn all about Shelter Insurance at shelterinsurance.com. Jeff is actually looking for Shelter Insurance agent, Shelter Insurance's next great agent. He's been recruiting all over Illinois. If you're looking for work anywhere in Illinois, doesn't matter if you're local to the P Talks Job Show, 24/7 WPL, 21/6 the net, which is right here in McHenry County, Illinois. But if you're anywhere in Illinois, reach out to Jeff, J. Ferguson, Ferguson at shelterinsurance.com. Better yet, give him a call. Jeff loves it when his phone rings. He loves talking to people, especially about the jobs he's trying to fill. But you could probably call and talk to him about anything. He's happy to have a conversation. Give him a call, 815-347-3953. Again, 815-347-3953. Jay Ferguson at shelterinsurance.com. Shoot him your resume. He loves talking to people who are outgoing, enthusiastic, entrepreneurial in their work style, people who love talking to and helping people. Jeff actually does not need you to have insurance experience. It's cool if you do. It's not rejected. It's certainly welcome if you've got prior insurance, sales, insurance agent experience in your background. But what he really, really loves to do is talk with people who've been former business owners. Again, I mentioned entrepreneurial in your work style earlier. They do not stand over your shoulder. They are not in any way, shape, or form micromanagers. Now, if you've never had experience in this industry, they don't just, hire you and hang you out to dry. Jeff's been on the show before, talked about their training process. It's pretty intense. It's 12 weeks, and they really give you every tool you need to be successful as insurance sales rep for Shelter Insurance. It's remarkable what they do, and then how they do keep in touch with you as your career progresses. In fact, Jeff actually started out as an agent for Shelter Insurance, loved it so much that he became a recruiter for them, recruiting and development specialist. Jeff really enjoys being there. So ask him why. When you call him, ask him why he likes working with Shelter Insurance. You might be surprised. He actually genuinely enjoys it. In fact, I've talked to a few other people there. Everybody there seems to really love working at that company. So if insurance sales, being an insurance agent, is something you've either done before and you enjoy, or maybe you think, I'd like to try something new, reach out, give Jeff a call, 815-347-3953. Of course, we have Little City. LittleCity.org is their website. You can give them a call, 847-417-1812. Little City is always and forever looking for home aides, DSPs, and CNAs, all in the healthcare industry, of course. You must be at least 21 years of age, hold a current valid driver's license, have a high school diploma or GED. Beyond that, even on any of their posts that you find, whether through any of the job boards out there or right here on Facebook, there are many Facebook job groups that you'll find jobs posted on, and Little City tends to post frequently on those. But no experience beyond that is required. They even, for some of their roles, they even offer paid training. So again, if you're 21, have a current valid driver's license, you're 21 or over, you don't have to be 21, but just at least be 21 or older, current valid driver's license, high school diploma or GED, give Little City a call, 847-417-1812. LittleCity.org is the website. Go check them out. See if what Little City does is right for you. Now, not only locally, but nationwide, we do have the Home Depot. The Home Depot, more than 20,000 live results for career opportunities exist on their website right now. That's mind blowing. One company, more than 20,000 open roles they need to fill. Go to careers.homedepot.com. Careers with an S Home Depot with a T. That's DEPOT.com. I still, it kind of cracks me up that people shoot me and go, I couldn't find them. Well, how did you, what did you put in? HOMDEPO, and some people put POH, some people put POE, and it's Depot is DEPOT, T as in Tom.com. Oh, go check it out, see what they have. They've got all kinds of things open, everything from locations like York, Pennsylvania, Reston, Virginia, Mansfield, Massachusetts, Johnston, Rhode Island, Atlanta, Georgia, which is where the Home Depot corporate location is, Boulder, Colorado, and this list goes on and on and on. And right here from where the Pete Talks Job podcast is produced, we have a Home Depot in McHenry, Illinois. We've got one in Fox Lake, Illinois. We've got one right down the road in Crystal Lake, Illinois. We've got one right across the border in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. My wife and I go in and out of Home Depot often, and she loves that store. She really does. I know that every time we're going to Home Depot, it's a chore run. It means I got something I got to do. So it's the chore store for me, but still, what do they not have? I mean, it's you got everything you need. In fact, we just our stove crapped out a few weeks ago. Had to go to a new stove. Got a floor model right there, super low price. A little ding in the back. I'm not gonna see it. But you guys don't give a crap about my stove, do you? You want to hear about the jobs? Go to careers.homedepot.com. It's easy to get me to chase squirrels. I do it to myself all the time. Also locally, as well as in 3 states total, we have Jewel Osco, jewelosco.com. Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, all states, all locations hiring. Go check them out, jewelosco.com. They've got retail store positions open, pharmacist roles, store management roles open, driver positions, supply chain roles, warehouse docks, loading, unloading, stock, even corporate roles are open. JewelOsco.com. That's JEWELOSCO.com. Click careers, go through the entire careers page. There's important information that they want you to read on their careers page before going forward. And in your area, see what they have. We got Jewel Osco. Again, my wife and I go in and out of Jewel all the time. We actually go to the Spring Grove, Illinois Jewel quite often. I like that store. People are super cool, super nice, very friendly, very helpful, and it's always very clean and very well stocked. Very clean, very well stocked there in Spring Grove at the Jewel. Great store. Another place that I love, who's also on our list, is right here in McHenry, but it's also, this place is this employer is huge, and it's right in their name. Big R. Big R. You go in and out. There's one here in McHenry. I really, really like the Big R here. Love their sporting goods department. I really do. And every spring, my wife, yes, she is my life. My wife loves to go in and see all the little chicks and the ducklings and all the little fuzzy, cute little animals that they have every spring there. But we have big dogs that would eat them if we brought them home, so we're not going to do that. But she loves that. I love their sporting goods department, but they've got openings in locations in every single state, Alabama all the way through Wyoming, if you do all the states alphabetically. They also have career opportunities available in American Samoa, all the way over to Guam, and even with our international neighbor to the north, Canada. Big R literally is big. It's huge. Go to bigr.com, no matter where you are, even if you're local right here in McHenry, and we'll talk about them just specifically in a moment because they're right here in town. Bigr.com. Click their careers page and just enter your location, see what they have open near you. All kinds of opportunities right here in town. They're at 1860 North Richmond Road, McHenry, Illinois 60051. The store's phone number there is 815-385-0606. Again, that's 815-385-0606. Now, if you want to email the store your resume directly, because you're right here, it's just McHenry@bigr.com. McHenry, if you don't know how to spell McHenry. But if you're not in McHenry, maybe you don't, but McHenry@bigr.com. Shoot them your resume. They've had, cashier roles listed, clothing associates, courtesy associates, lawn and garden associates, personnel clerk, sporting goods associates, full-time jobs, part-time jobs, of course, seasonal. We're headlong into the big retail push for seasonal support roles here now, folks. I mean, it's mid-October. If you're looking for extra money for the holidays, extra work, pretty much any retailer is going to be looking for people right now. Big R is no exception. Home Depot is no exception. Jewel Osco is no exception. And moving right along here, of course, we have Wendy's, which is it's not retail, it's food. And people are like, Pete, why on earth are you talking about fast food? And first of all, they're on my list to talk about. Anybody who wants to subscribe to the Pete Talks Job Show and have their jobs read in on the podcast here is more than welcome to do that. Subscriptions are 12 weeks, 24 weeks, an entire year. Works out to just $50 a week for hiring employers. You can stop and start at any time you want. But if you want me to talk about your jobs, shoot me a note, petetalksjobs@gmail.com. Again, petetalksjobs@gmail.com. And we'll talk all about that. But getting back to Wendy's here, Wendy's in their Chicagoland area 66, they are looking for shift managers, crew members, front end, kitchen, drive-through. They're looking for restaurant managers. All kinds of roles. And believe it or not, roles that range anywhere from $16 an hour to $35 an hour. I kid you not. I know we're talking about fast food. Wendy's has open roles, wide variety, ranging from $16 to $35 an hour, depending on your skill, ability, experience, background. all that good stuff. Here in Chicagoland, Area 66, that covers, let's see, right here in McHenry, Illinois, Fox Lake, Bull Valley, Woodstock, Cary, Crystal Lake, 2 locations, one at Highway 14 in Maine and the other at Route 31 and 176, Round Lake, Lindenhurst, Zion, Mundelein, Lake Zurich. Let's see. Oh, and right across the border, Burlington, Kenosha, Racine, all is in the Chicago Area 66. If you're interested, would like to find something, maybe you don't have experience and want to see what they have available for you, maybe you like Wendy's, hey, who doesn't love a chocolate frosty? I love a chocolate frosty. But Wendy's.com, WENDYS.com. Check it out. See where they're hiring near you. Maybe you're not in Chicagoland. Maybe you're elsewhere where Wendy's is. I mean, Wendy's is, they're nationwide, right? So go check them out, Wendy's.com. See what they have available for you. Now, also, we have Medline Industries, Inc., Medline.com, MEDLINE.com. Now, to find all their job openings on their website, you have to kind of go through the search for Beowulf's Cabin. A little convoluted, so not convoluted, it's just you got to know where to click, where to look. So go to medline.com, click About Us, click Careers, click Search Jobs, and then you can enter your local area information. They have opportunities all across the country. Right now, a little over 700 openings listed on their website all across the country. A little earlier this month, we were talking about their opportunities in Orlando, Florida. As a matter of fact, they were looking for a renewal program sales specialist. I don't think that one's still open. You can check. Go double check their website, or you can even search LinkedIn. Medline posts a lot of their openings on LinkedIn, and you can just check it out right there. If you're on LinkedIn, you can often do the easy apply. Click that button, you're right there, and you're ready to roll, ready to go. So go check out medline.com, click About Us, click Careers, click Search Jobs, and then find out what's in your area. All kinds of opportunities. Then, of course, we've got Virtual Vocations, virtualvocations.com. While they are an employer themselves, Virtual Vocations is where employers list all of their virtual jobs. They've got thousands, I kid you not, thousands of telecommute, remote, and it's basically work from anywhere jobs. People say, oh, work from home. As long as you got a phone and an internet connection, you can work anywhere. There are so many coffee shops that I go in and out of that are pretty much offices for people now. You talk about cheap office rent, coffee, maybe you get something for lunch, afternoon coffee. What does that work out to? Maybe you're spending $10-20 a day, or if you're only in there every other day, whatever. People use all kinds of locations now to work and do their jobs, but you can find there's more than 50 different career categories that you can find on Virtual Vocations. It's virtualvocations.com, virtualvocations.com. And everything, anything and everything from entry level all the way up to executive level, specialist level. You can find things for contract work, direct employment work, part-time, full-time, seasonal, special project, all kinds of stuff. They've even had things I've never even thought of, never even dreamed of, I've seen on Virtual Vocations, including a remote bilingual Luxembourgish interpreter. Luxembourgish. I didn't even know Luxembourgish was a language. A Tibetan interpreter. Zarma. I didn't even know Zarma was a language interpreter. Not only that, hospital coders, legal counsel, telecommute legal counsel. Can you believe that? Remote news writer, remote software content reviewer. It's just the list. List goes on and on and on. I'm not kidding. Thousands of all kinds of opportunities. Go check them out. Virtualvocations.com. See if they've got something that will work for you. And of course, right here in the Milwaukee region, we do have the Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Potawatomi Hotel and Casino, owned by the Forest County Potawatomi tribe. To learn all about the opportunities they have open, go to paysbig.com/careers. That's paysbig.com/careers. And check them out. They're actually at 1721 West Canal Street. That's 1721 21 West Canal Street, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 53233. Now, the Potawatomi Hotel and Casino employs over 1,000 people right there in their Milwaukee location. They were founded in 1991. They have career opportunities in over 30 different departments, all kinds of benefits, time off, holidays, insurance, all kinds of, it's amazing. All kinds of opportunities. And again, if you're right there in the Milwaukee region, or you would really love working with and around the Potawatomi Hotel and Casino, go check them out. Again, paysbig.com/careers. See what they've got open. Okay, folks, we're actually coming up here on the last employer that I'm going to talk about. Then I'll talk about friends of the podcast a little bit here today. And I'm going to reach over here and I'm going to push a button because, I have buttons to push. But the last person I'm going to talk about for first time today that I'm going to talk about is Transforce. Transforce.com. Transforce is a national truck driver staffing firm. They provide safety-minded staffing solutions to the commercial transportation industry. Their nationwide logistics staffing network provides the most qualified drivers to meet your needs. Now, you can go learn all about them at transforce.com, TRANSF as in Frank, ORCE.com. Their corporate office is at 5520 Cherokee Avenue, Suite 200 in Alexandria, Virginia, 22312. Their phone number is 800-308-6989. Again, that's 800-308-6989. And they are always looking for CDL licensed driver, either Class A or Class B licensed drivers, CDL drivers. They have home daily routes available, and they have regional positions, regional driving positions as well. So you don't mind the over-the-road stuff, the long-haul stuff, they've got that open for you too. And they're in 26 states across the U.S. And if you are a regular listener of the P Talks Job Show, you know that we go through every single one of these states. We do it twice because it's nice to do it twice. And you're going to get your pencils, pens, crayons out, and you're going to write down your state. If you hear it, then you're going to write down their phone number, 800-308-6989. You're going to give them a call, and you're going to say, I am a licensed Class A, or I'm a licensed Class B. Or maybe you've got all the classes and all the licenses, and you're an incredibly well-experienced CDL driver, and you are in one of these states and you want to hit the road. Are you ready? Here we go. They're looking for folks in Alabama, Arizona, California, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Illinois here in the Chicagoland area, Indiana, Kentucky, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Maryland, Missouri, Mississippi, North Carolina, New Jersey, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, and Wisconsin. I know I did that a little fast, but again, we'll do it twice because it's nice. So ready to write it down one more time. This is for transforce.com. Are you ready to go? Ready to roll? If you're a CDL driver with a Class A or B license, or both, or other, here we go. All right. You're looking for work in Alabama, Arizona, California, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Illinois here in the Chicagoland area, Indiana, Kentucky, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Maryland, Missouri, Mississippi, North Carolina, New Jersey, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, and where else? Wisconsin. That's right, folks. Absolutely. Now, of course, we're going to take a moment because moments are great, aren't they? We're going to take a little bit of a moment here. We're going to push more buttons. There we go. And you know what that music means. It means it's time for Friends of the Podcast. Of course, we've got Patrick Canale, McHenry County State's Attorney at the McHenry County State's Attorney's Office here at McHenryCOSAO.com, 815-334-4159. If you need the help and support of McHenry County State's Attorney's Office, reach out to them. They'll be thrilled and happy to help. Bill Eklund with Brooks Brothers. Brooks Brothers was established in 1818, 201-year-old company. Bill can help you suit up and look great for your next job interview or that new job. He's at the Pleasant Prairie Outlet all, and you can give them a call at 262-857-6900. And of course, we have HH Staffing Services down in Florida. Their corporate offices in Sarasota, Tampa, and Orlando locations, Fort Lauderdale as well. Full service staffing at hhstaffingservices.com. Darren Rohr is the owner. Very cool guy. Don Severson, one of the original friends of the podcast. nationalschoolproject.com is the website you want to go to learn all about what Don does. Their mission is to recruit and train university students to coach and mentor high school students to reach their campuses for Christ. Give Don a call, 815-276-7511. Of course, we have two cool dudes that I just like to talk about. One was actually on the McHenry County Business Spotlight Show on 2160 Net yesterday. Hunter Taraski. He's a business development professional with Express Professionals right here in Crystal Lake, Illinois, serving the McHenry County area at 815-788-8556. I've known Hunter for a long time. Cool guy. Give him a call if you need people to help keep your business rolling. He'll do right by you. Hunter's a good guy. He's a very cool guy. Mark Pepin. Mark Pepin is a pre-owned vehicle manager over at Sunnyside Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Mark is somebody that myself and my wife, both of my sons, have bought cars from over the many years that we've been working with them right here in McHenry. Sunnyside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 815-385-7220. Or go check out what they have online, sunnysidecompany.com. And folks, of course, I have to mention, because I forgot. Oh, gee whiz, cheese whiz. I forgot. We've got Prime Media Consulting who's looking for salespeople. They are one of my HR clients. If you're looking for sales in the SEO industry, website industry, give Prime Media a call at 847-752-0018. Talk to Alex or Kent. They're looking for salespeople who would love to join Prime Media Consulting LLC. And also, people who are near and dear to me are folks that are also HR clients of mine. Brenco Machine and Tool. They're in Crystal Lake, 815-356-5100. They're at 6117 Factory Road, Crystal Lake, Illinois, 60014. They are a full-service machine shop. Their specialty is keeping other machining manufacturers up, rolling, and going. Chopin Pest Solutions, also right here in McHenry, Illinois. Awesome people, awesome people. And that's not just because the owner's name is also Pete. Certainly helps, but they're really cool people. And I visit Pete generally every Thursday, but this Thursday he's actually out in California at the PestCon conference, the annual PestCon conference, learning about how he can help you get rid of those gross, creepy crawlies and things that bug you and creep you out even more efficiently and more effectively. And you can find them and learn all about them at chopinpest.com. Now, folks, we're going to talk a little bit while I have just a teeny tiny bit of time left here. I'm going to click over here, see if I can do this, because I didn't click earlier and I needed to click earlier. And I have just noticed that my battery levels are getting super low. I should have plugged in to the outlet before starting this particular episode of the Pete Talks Jobs Show. I did not. So we're going to click and we're going to hang in here as long as we've got the power to do it. So do you have the power? I have the power. What was that from? That's from something. I don't remember what that's from. He-Man. All right. See, I never actually watched He-Man. I knew that it was that thing, and that was Deke over there helping me out. Reminding me that that's He-Man. But here's what I wanted to mention. There have been a few things, and I this is a little bit new. We're talking about stuff that's HR related here on the back half of the Pete Talks Jobs Show. We've had a lot of posts lately from folks here in the Human Resources group. As rightly so, it was a super active group for HR professionals. I mean, again, we've got over 17,000 members here now. It's awesome. There's so many of you. Mary has posted just an hour ago question. HR managers often refer their employees to me for coaching when the employee is on the brink of being terminated. What is your policy regarding referring people to an executive coach? What makes employers wait until the employee is in a catastrophic condition before making a referral? Your comments are very much appreciated. There have been a handful of comments. Mary, actually, I've never, ever been involved with a company that refers people who are on the brink of being terminated to a coach. That's completely new to me. Generally speaking, if people are on the brink of being terminated, there's really not much effort put in to turning things around. The brink, that breaking point, it's pretty much a documentation process, and generally speaking, it's document, because if it's not documented, it didn't happen. So, Mary, there's not much input I could give you myself, even though I do a lot of HR. I've been in HR for more than 25 years. It's going to be interesting to read through some of these things. Someone here, Larissa, says, I am a coach, and when approached for this type of work, I actually work instead with HR or the manager to give them the skills to manage this. That's a good, I like that approach, Larissa. I think that's a pretty good idea. So, it'll be interesting to see that thread develop here in the HR group. Janet posts a question here. Does your company require all in all caps, staff to sign an NDA / non-compete prior to onboarding, even if the position is a support role and not in the front lines dealing with clients and customer information? Wow, Janet, this is such a hot button. This was just posted 20 minutes ago. This is a hot button for me because I'm here in Illinois. In Illinois, non-competes are actually illegal. They hold no water whatsoever if the person signing is in a role that pays less than $13 an hour. If your first engagement with people that you hire is to have them sign an NDA or a non-compete, you probably have a lot of turnover. You probably don't have a great overall culture because your first interaction with a new hire is, you know what, we don't trust you. We're going to hire you, but we have no trust in you. We have no faith in you. We're pretty certain that you're going to go out there and give away everything we consider secret. That's just a real bad way to start a relationship. Additionally, many states have a lot of laws and legislation surrounding non-competes, making them almost invalid. They're such a waste of paper to me. And again, I'm speaking from more than 25 years of HR director level, CHRO level experience. Non-competes, I don't know why companies spend time doing this. It's ridiculous because they hardly ever get an actual judgment. Enforcing a judgment is a court-ordered judgment is very difficult. Collecting is one thing entirely. You might get a judgment no matter what you're doing. You might get a judgment for dollars and cents, but collecting those is rather difficult as well. An NDA, that's a non-disclosure agreement. That's a little bit better, and I'm a little bit more comfortable with those than I am a non-compete. An NDA just means, hey, we've got some stuff that we hold near and dear to our heart. We've worked really hard to develop these processes, procedures, products, projects, special technology, whatever it might be. And we don't want you to leave here and go talking about it or go give it to anybody else. We just want you to keep your mouth shut. And that actually, I'm pretty much okay with. A lot of states require something of value to be given in exchange for an NDA and or a non-compete. And the job doesn't count in a lot of states. Actually, here in Illinois, it doesn't. Many states. Hiring someone in consideration for the role does you no good whatsoever as an employer. There has to be some liquid value, something of value to the employee, some kind of money, product, service, something of value for a consideration for signing a non-compete. Often the legislative language or legal language is above and beyond mere employment. That means that, folks, it does not, just the job doesn't count. You're going to hire someone anyway. The way the courts look at this, in most states is that you've got a job to fill. You've got a role to fill. You've identified a role, a position that's crucial to the operation of your company. You're going to fill it whether you have this non-compete or NDA or not. That's very tertiary or secondary or what. It's almost inconsequential. Now, here's what some companies do. They'll say, okay, well, hey, I'll just write them a $100 check or a $500 check or maybe even a little bit more. But you know what? Now you're putting a value on your non-compete. That seems kind of a dopey thing to do. If it's a really low value, well, your non-compete's only worth $500. That's all you gave them. So why are you doing that? That's if someone then says, "Hey, I'm leaving. By the way, I really don't want to observe the non-compete. Here's your $500 back." How are you going to argue that? There goes Deke. He's going down to the basement. So he's heading down to the basement there. That's under the P Talks Job Show. So, but it's that value that you assign to your non-compete is so many employers do that, and it's just, I'm not an attorney. I don't play one on TV. I don't play one here. I'm an HR I'm phasing out. I only work with HR folks, HR clients on an extremely selective basis. If I don't appreciate the way you operate your company, I'm not going to work with you as an HR professional at this point in my life. I've got other wonderful things going on, like the P Talks Job Show, 24/7 WPL, 216 the net, right there. In fact, do a lot of wonderful, wonderful things with 216 the net. So much fun. But as an HR pro, if you're using non-competes and in NDAs, I get. And that's not so bad, but you still may want to take a look at your NDA and make sure it's fully, completely compliant with the laws of your state surrounding NDAs. Your first legal argument is generally going to be at the state level. Then it might go on up from there. Non-competes to me as an HR pro are such a monumental waste of paper, time, and effort. I don't quite get why employers still do those. I mean, you've got to have some kind of super specialty thing that you do that could pose severe risk if you have an employee that left you to go do what you do somewhere else. Generally, that's not the case because most companies, by and large, big bulk of employers serve people within a geographic region that are the same people that the people that they are their competitors also serve. You have the same customers. Sometimes it's a musical chair thing. Sometimes it's a relationship thing. Dudes, I would say instead of worrying about a friggin' non-compete, worry about the relationships you're cultivating and developing with your customers, your clients. Make sure those are in really, really top-notch shape, top-notch condition. I'm gonna scroll on down here a little bit. I'm gonna get off my NDA non-compete thing here. So now we've got looks like a new member to the group, Brittany. Posted, "Hello, I am new to the group. Looking forward to learning and sharing." Leads a team of about 20 plus HR business partners. Do a lot of investigative, reactive type work. Brittany says, posts that she's looking for innovative ideas of how to speed that work up and or identify ways to be more efficient and all-encompassing when it comes to investigating. It's a tough thing right now. All HR partners do investigations. Considering having just a few do that, and the rest focus on strategic, more HR partner type of work or restructuring differently to manage the volume of work that's there. Without regard, they might go overboard on investigations at times, talking to too many people or investigating low risk items that they could just have a manager address. Brittany posts, "Not sure we need to dive so deep into simple accusations or simple situations, but that we could focus more energy on proactive HR and those issues that create higher risk hostility, safety, harassment, etc. Yeah. Looking for ways to get creative with our growing workload and no more additional people being added. Loves creating and setting a new vision forward to inspire her team. Brittany, very cool post. Very cool post. Glad to see you're looking for proactive ways to do that. I actually agree with your thought, the processor. I would actually drastically limit. You say you have a team of 20 plus HR professionals. I would drastically limit who actually does and handles real risk investigations when you have those that come up. Apparently, it comes up often enough that you've got an entire team that's involved in that. That says something to me about the work culture there. So I would probably think, okay, big strategic thing would be to address the work culture if we've got 20 plus people doing investigations on things and you dive super deep. Everybody's always looking for somebody to blame. The blame game, blame culture in a workplace is just so ridiculously toxic. And I'm not saying that's actually what your environment is like, Brittany. I'm just saying that's what comes up as a bit of a red flag when I read your post. I would, if I were in your role, and I've been in your role before, I would probably limit that to about a total of 4 or 5 total people who are responsible for the investigation process of any claim, and really keep it very tight. One thing you don't want to do is have everybody and their brother talking about the investigations they've got going on. You just don't want to go down that road. And I've seen companies that actually have too many people involved in investigations and investigative processes. I probably also wouldn't necessarily assign actual investigative responsibilities to supervisors or managers. I would really limit that to fully trained HR professionals on my team, but also train supervisors and managers on proper ways to receive information, proper initial basic questions to answer. And if it is something that's very super minor, hey, gee, I don't like the way Sue, wore her hat on Thursday. And well, Bob, then don't look at Sue wearing her hat on Thursday. Goofy little things is what I'm trying to say here. So, goofy silliness. But it's I would probably train them how to handle super basic stuff and provide reports to HR, and then let your fully trained HR investigative staff decide what's urgent, what's serious, what's a genuine issue versus what's ridiculous and minor, and say, okay, then go back to the manager, supervisor, and say, this is really a very minor issue. This is what you can do to handle this situation. And if it escalates, then let us know and we'll go back. I would probably do it that way, and just have so many less people involved in that. But good luck. I hope you get some really good feedback here on that one. Here we've got another. Wow, new members, you are on fire today in the Human Resources Group. Small Businesses HR Department of One has a question. Liz, has anyone transitioned from QuickBooks Desktop to QuickBooks Online recently? Any pros, cons, do's, don'ts, lessons learned to share? You know what? I hope someone does get back to you on that. I have not used QuickBooks myself in years. Quite a few years. We did use QuickBooks Online. It was super simple, super easy. It was also nice because the CPA we used at the time had access to that account and could keep a really good eye on things for us with regard to all things financial. Now, that's generally here's this is going to be another bone of contention. And some of you are going to go, Now I know that you said HR Department of One, which leads me to believe that you're asking about QuickBooks and such because someone has thrown payroll on your job duties. Folks, I've said this before. I'm going to say it again, and I'll probably say it more times in the future. Even if you are a department of one, payroll is not, never was, never should be an HR function or process. payroll is an accounting function. Now, some small companies throw HR into their accounting department because they think that payroll is an HR process, and it's not. Absolutely no way, shape, or form is payroll an HR process. If you've got it listed as that within your company, I will forever stand on my opinion, and I get that this is an opinion. I will forever stand on that you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're HRing wrong if you've thrown payroll under an HR job responsibility. Liz, I hope you get some feedback with regard to your QuickBooks question. I'm going to get away from that little soapbox. I'll only hop up and I'm going to hop right down on that one. But QuickBooks Online, and again, this goes back many years, probably about 5 years ago or so. We did QuickBooks Online and worked out just fine. It was actually very nice, very, very nice, very simple, easy thing to think. Now here, we've got a post yesterday from Christy. I'm going to watch my time here, folks, because I have a super low battery and not a lot of time left here this morning, but I want to squeeze this one in. Christy posted yesterday. One thing I've noticed, and it's annoying. Christy says, one thing I noticed is annoying. Please forgive me for stating this. On job applications and phone screenings, I'm asked if I have a visa. Common sense would state that I am a U.S. citizen unless I put otherwise, correct? Or am I missing something? I am aware this is probably focused on many undocumented, which is annoying. Anyone else feel the same? Okay, folks, I'm going to touch on this with as much time and power as I have left, and we might actually do a much longer segment on this. U.S. employers are required, this is the only legally required form of paperwork that every U.S. employer must complete on the people that they hired, especially in the private sector, is the Form I-9, which demonstrates that the person that you have hired is legally authorized to work in the United States. Failure to maintain and failure to complete this paperwork and complete it correctly, failure to maintain these as required by law, legislation, can get an employer in an enormous amount of trouble. That's just the paperwork. It is flat out illegal for an employer in the United States to hire anyone who is not authorized, legally authorized to work in the United States. It is perfectly legal, acceptable, and in my HR opinion, I would say you need to know if people can legally complete the Form I-9 that demonstrates they're legally authorized to work in the United States. People, quit getting bent over this. This is simply law. It's legislation. It's federal law. Whether you like it or not, this exists. I can't think of a single employer who would willingly hire people that they know will wind up landing that employer in jail. Because if you violate these laws, and as an employer, you can go to jail. You can go to jail for this. There's a clause in all these laws called providing safe harbor for people. If you have knowledge that people you've hired are not legally authorized to work in the United States, yet you've hired them anyway, you are considered to be illegally providing safe harbor in your place of work, allowing them to be there, allowing them to work there. It's against the law. This is legislation. I'm not arguing morality. I'm not arguing right or wrong. This is the law. Employers, HR pros, are you willing and do you want to go to jail for people that you knowingly hire who are not legally authorized to work here in the United States? That's the question you have to ask yourself. An employer can do anything they really want to do so long as they're willing to deal with the reprisals. There's all kinds of laws and legislation governing how you operate your business as an employer. Do what you want, but if you're not in compliance, you're going to deal with the repercussions of that. It's just that simple, just that basic. So, Christy, you may find it annoying, but it's absolutely entirely necessary for employers to comply with the laws of the United States. And common sense does not dictate that. Common sense, Christy, in my personal opinion and experience, is remarkably rare. Now I'm getting very snide and very snooty, and that's really not what I want to do. But this is another one of these hot button topics for me. It's just the way it is. Christy, I know you've got quite a few responses here. I haven't read through them all. I've been Pete with Pete Talks Jobs here, syndicated podcast reaching out to a little over 115,000 listeners on the podcast every week. Also streaming across 24/7 WPL platforms, and of course airing on 21/6 The Net every Wednesday at 9:45 a.m. I love having all of you listen and tune in and catch the Pete Talks Job Show here on the Human Resources Group, where we now have well over 17,000 members. Congratulations, all of you. Thank you for choosing the Human Resources Group here on Facebook. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a good time. I hope you find this back half of the Pete Talks Job Show informative, helpful, and gives you something to talk about. Love to hear your feedback. Folks, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Pete Talks Job Show. I do hope that you've had a really, really good time. Of course, oh my goodness. There we go. Now we can play it out, the Pete Talks Job Show. I put things a little too far away this morning for me to reach over and push buttons and get things rolling. Folks, I hope you've had a wonderful time listening to me talk for almost an hour here this morning. Hope you'll be back streaming live on the Facebook Human Resources Group every Thursday for the Pete Talks Job Show. But you can catch, again, the Pete Talks Job Show is a syndicated podcast. You can find it on iTunes, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, Listen Notes, Player FM, Radio Public, Spotify, Stitcher, and just so many more places. And of course on 21/6 The Net every Wednesday at 9:45. Thanks again for hanging in there with me, folks. We'll catch you next time.